sick, I like a quick. I'm a sick, I like a quick. I like my.
Good morning. It's Monday. It's a new week. It's a fresh start. I feel good. I'm positive today. I did my affirmations. So in the morning, I usually do some affirmations just to get, if not my week, just my day started. And the one that I've really been liking, I actually need to find some more. This one I've been saying for a while, but I basically wake up and I take some deep breaths. I hold no judgments. I hold no expectations. I give up the need to know what happens tomorrow, what tomorrow brings. So it's basically saying I judge no one. I have no expectations of anything. Things will happen at its pace. Things will happen the way it's supposed to happen. And I give it the need to know what tomorrow brings. So I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about the present day. You can only worry about what's happening in that moment. Yes, you can set yourself up for the future. I truly, wholeheartedly believe in that. We need to live more in the moment and take advantage of the now instead of worrying so much about the future. Yes, be responsible and plan ahead, but don't dwell on it to the point where it's hindering your present day life. Today is Monday. I'm just glad that it's a fresh week. It's a fresh start. My mom's party is over. It was so good. We really had a lot of fun. It was so lit. I feel like this person next to me is watching me, but I'm just gonna keep vlogging because they don't know me. Today is my smooth day. I only have health assessment. So I don't think I ever told you guys exactly which classes I have. So with the CNL program, it's kind of different. I know a lot of like 4-year programs and the accelerated programs, I think you guys take fundamentals. We don't have fundamentals of nursing. It's combined between our health assessment class and our first clinical adult class. So I know it sounds confusing. So I have health assessment on Mondays from 10 to 11:50, and then I have the lab portion of the health assessment at 1 to 2:50-ish. Then I have on Tuesdays introduction to nursing leadership. It's a 1-credit class. It's basically making sure that you know how to write nursing papers correctly, so citations and stuff like that. It's introducing you to the clinical nurse leader and what that really is, because again, it is still a fairly new role. It's an 8 to 8:50 class. It's pretty short. It's 1 credit. Then after that, I have clinical role development 1. So all the clinical role developments, those are my classes where I'm gonna have clinicals paired with them. So we only have 1 clinical class this semester, and that's clinical role development 1 for adults and aged. So I'm basically like geriatrics this semester, if you want to put it that way. I'm with the elders this semester. So I have that, and then after that there's this like a pretty big gap, and then I have pathophysiology in the nighttime from 2 to 5, so evening. I have pathophysiology. In between clinical role development and patho, I have an hour of practice lab. I have to have practice lab for my health assessment class, and I have to have practice lab for my clinical role development class. It's an hour mandatory practice once per week for both twice per week for both classes. Wednesday, I have clinicals, which I will be starting next week. We're still at the school. So this week we actually have simulation lab, so we'll be like in the simulation lab, and it basically mimics what we're going to be doing within the hospital. Wednesdays are my clinical days. I'm going to be there from 7 to 1, and then at night from 5 to 7:50 I have pharmacology. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I have classes. Thursday and Friday no classes. Of course the weekend no classes. So I have 4 days off in a row and 3 days on. And those days are pretty jam-packed. Even Mondays, like I make sure I get a lot done on Monday, because I know once I get out of farm on Wednesdays, I'm knocked out. Like I'm going through my phone and then I'm going to sleep. Like I'm not doing any work Wednesday night. I think that's a good question you guys might have as well, is what do you do on the days where you have class? Do you study? Do you do this? Do you do that? Of course, if I have a quiz or an exam, I'm gonna be studying, but Wednesday nights I don't do anything. I actually, in between my break from 1 to 5, I do some work for I get a head start on my Thursdays. So on Thursdays and Fridays, I write out a whole plan. It's a little high. I'm like, Mama, what we doing? Now she gonna know all my secrets. Right, so just relax your arm.
So we just took your temperature.
Open that.
It's great. All good. All good.
Loose.
Okay. You can see I have like open up to here. I wonder if you get one of those like sports I don't think so. I mean, they never really said. Yeah, right. But it beeps, you don't. Oh my god. That's funny.
I quit. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, the 26th at 5:45 in the morning. I have clinical today, but today is a special clinical because we're going to be in the simulation lab at the school. So they're basically going to be showing us like a replica of the hospital, mannequins that talk back to you. Wow. Wow. I'm so shot out. I had class yesterday. I had patho till 5:50. Came back home and then left again to go back to the school to meet up with classmates and study. So I'm tired. We still don't know exactly what time we're supposed to be. Well, okay, this is the thing. We're supposed to be there at 7. There's 2 different groups for 2 different preceptors. So my group is supposed to be there 7 to 10, and then the other group is supposed to be there from 10 to 1. Our question is, do we all have to stay until 1? Because today is supposed to be the day we retake our med math exam. So my assumption, if they make sense, is that my group will go 7 to 10. Our preceptor will give us the med math exam. The other group will go 10 to 1. They'll give them the med math exam. Hopefully that's how the day goes, because I would love to come home and take a nice nap before I have to get up and study for pharmacology, because that is tonight at 5. I'm ready to take this bun out if it's not obvious, because I just want to get to my scalp and wash it. I usually don't sit down and do this, but I wanted to come say hi to you guys. All 16 of you. Okay, but it's early. But yeah, it would be nice if I can get to come home and relax before I need to get up and really study for this farm quiz. Basically, the way our pharmacology class is set up, from what I've been observing, we all still try to figure it out. Basically, there's going to be quizzes. And her quizzes are going to test your knowledge on the drugs, solely the drugs, and what they are, what they do, and their side effects. Her exams are going to be more of the case study questions. A patient has these symptoms. This is the drug list. What's your next best nursing action? That's NCLEX style questioning. What's your next best nursing action? For the quiz today, I just need to get by on knowing the drugs and what they do. So I basically grouped them in different classes last night, and they're different sections. So hopefully that method works. I tried to do flashcards, and it didn't work. I feel like when it comes to grouping them, you have to see them in a group. And flashcards work for me for everything. So that was very shocking. I just feel like it wasn't effective. I wasn't getting the most of my study time. So I stopped the flashcards. My hair isn't cooperating because it's so humid outside. So I'm going to wear this until I get to the school. Watch. Essential. Forgot to brush my eyebrows. I'm just going in with whatever expectation, with no expectation. I'm just going in with no expectations. I know what I know so far, and hopefully it's a cool experience because we've never seen the simulation live.
Check, like, buy your home, save your money. Like, I was doing all the good girl things. Got your master's. Exactly. Like, and so, like, get your first property. I was like 26. I got a condo. So I was doing, I had a
It's Riri's birthday, y'all. Happy birthday, Riri. This is Esther.
Like, what does the card say? It's like, I love you. Oh my God, so cute.